So let me show you how we can leverage AI Studio inside Highlevel, especially if you are building website, funnels, all of these amazing things that you do manually before, and now you can actually use this amazing tool to make things faster. Hey guys, my name is Joanna and welcome to our channel. I am so passionate when it comes to tools and finding the best way to be effective and efficient for my clients. Because here's the challenge that we are experiencing right now with AI coming in back with all the things, right, that is available. It is now a competition of speed, but your expertise and your fundamental skills should always still be the primary front and center on how you operate your business. So, one of the core things that I do is I own a digital marketing company, a white label platform for Highlevel, as well as I do a lot of consulting for businesses who wants to exit eventually through the things that we do through marketing and client management system. So that is the whole ecosystem that I bring in. But with the speed right now, with people launching left and right campaigns in order for them to hit their main target and to identify which of the product suite can provide them the income that they need, I wanted to dive in much more deeper into how AI Studio inside Highlevel can really help us website designers or website freelancers to make our job important still, but even faster. So here's the thing. I know there's going to be a lot of people who might say, well, if you can do it at this minimal and it's so fast, then why should I hire you still? Now, yes, there's going to be people who will be doing that, but yet you have the fundamentals of how website needs to look, how things needs to be organized and structured, how other back end needs to be connected. And if you're using Highlevel as your CRM, you want to make sure that you still connect this one with your pipeline, automation, workflows, emails, or anything that has to do after the front end. Because here's the thing, right? We want to avoid the growth gap for scaling businesses who are just focused when it comes to marketing, but then always seem to forget how important back end is. So here's right now, you're going to be seeing in my on your screen is one of the things that I'm kind of revamping. So I do have the regular site already connected and the website site I have built, and I'm kind of just like, let me just restructure it in a way that how I like it now and see how AI Studio can do this. So here are the core things that I have been doing within the whole AI Studio. So I'm able to actually build some of the needed opt-ins that I need from like a training that I wanted to do. And let me see if we can connect this one, right? So here's one thing. I did a live training locally in my place, and I just needed to whip up the landing page for registration, and then I connected the form that I did in the main site for the forms, making sure that this is connected with workflows and it can trigger and all the other things that can be connected, right? So it is fast and simple, but yet it is so strategic that I am able to build what needs to be built within that requirement. Now, there are a lot of clients who don't have the time to actually figure out all of these things, right? So those are the things that those are the clients that you can actually focus on and also help, because website designing is not their priority. That means they are scaling, they are growing, that they are able to delegate such tasks. The next thing is a calculator. So I actually had this one like a PDF checklist, design it in Canva, have it as a digital opt-in, and I wanted it to be more interactive. So this is a calculator, and it will recognize the leak that is happening when there is a gap between the front end marketing and the back end system, right? So these are the things we're in. Since our core principle and concept is closing the growth gap, the book is actually available on Amazon. You can check that one out. Just go closing the growth gap and you can purchase there, and it could be shipped within 2 days into your home if you are in the US. And so as you can see here, there's going to be some results of key things, and then you will be able to understand what are the key frameworks that I use. And I use this one in running my business every time I have a client, or every time we have a client that we would like to help. So as you can see, everything here is being built out. But one of a lot of other concerns that other people is kind of thinking like, how does the SEO actually will work? So as you can see, the first two sites that I've given you are actually like just pure landing pages. So things that I've really have is that this one is based on prompt. I kind of give an idea. These are the content that I have, and then under settings, you need then to connect the necessary domain. As you have noticed, I really had to do like more of not the main account. I really start because I can't seem to, not yet, but we're always learning, right? So clientjourney.com, growthgap.com is the domain that I have connected, and it's just so easy to connect. You can just basically connect a domain, it will pop up, and then add the necessary domain that you have. You want to make sure that you have your domain register open so that it will just really connect, because once it's open, it will just populate all the needed a record and c name into your DNS record in your domain register, right? And then the most other important thing is actually the SEO. And one of the things that they have really rolled out is how to improve your SEO in this part. So you can then verify your site is live. You can then copy this link right into the incognito to make sure that it is live. You can improve the social content, so add proper meta tags for better social sharing. So you can just copy the prompt that is here, and then you can then just go in this, and then it will basically just add all of the needed things. So I want you to add the meta tags and all the pages, code base, do that one, and then as you can see here, create the SEO head component, scan all the pages, check the index. So in the SEO side of things with the AI Studio, you are really just not leveraging speed, but you're also now integrating all of these amazing things that you can do within the back end of the landing pages that you are doing. So with SEO as well, right? So you can improve, generate the sitemap. You can copy the prompt again, and then you can go into the prompt side of that landing page or that editor page, and you can go and move forward with that one. The next is going to be the submit sitemap. You can then click here, and then it will give you all of the information that you need to submit to the Search Console sitemap of Google, right? So follow everything, and you are able to do all of those things. Now, one of the key things that I really love as well, so as you can see, it is now really pulling that up. It will go through, it's finished thinking, and currently right now, with all of these things, it is really just making things a bit faster. But one of the things that I'm still having to figure out is actually the thumbnails of each of the pages if I create a web page within the AI Studio, because I have been testing it every time I publish, and then every time I still click and copy the SEO for each of the pages. I haven't attempted though to really put like an image and tell AI like, hey, this is the image that I want to be used when this page is shared as the SEO image or the meta description or whatever that is. So that's one thing that we still need to test. And if you've actually tested this one out, go ahead and let me know. So as that finish up, right? So of course you're able then to select the dedicated domain, and you'll see here that this is basically the social image. You can do an icon, you can apply, so whichever you think there is. Now, one of the things that I really do love is that I do certain pages of content. So for example, if I go to Claude and I then copy either the copy, and then I have a reference of the previous website that we have created, that's just what I feed. I usually do either a screenshot, and I then do like a sectioning, right? So this is one of the key things that I'm just like testing right now to realign some of our packages and some of our offers. So if you can see here, let's just say for example, I'm gonna go to, let me see if I have my, okay, there we go. I think I can open this one. All right, so this is for example one of the things that I have already, just kind of like a dummy mock-up on some of our Figma. I can actually really screenshot this part here, right? And then let me just move that. So, and then I can drag this into the editor, and then just request to say, use this content, like use this content on the, for example, about me section, right? And then it will start thinking, it will start populating, and then you then need to say like, hey, follow the fonts and the branding of the other pages that you have. So that is really just really helpful. And as you can see, this is not just a landing page. I can do each mobile or tablet responsive. I can then need to dictate like, hey, make sure that the navigation and the tab is available. Like where's our book, a podcast. I was able to populate some of our YouTube. So we do have our podcast, and then I had to dictate, hey, and then as you can see,
Let's talk about what is the most underrated part.
Right, so there's a lot of flexibility that you can really do. Now, if you are doing this for other businesses, see how fast that you can do this one, and then you can maintain it for them, because this needs and requires you to really also understand what is being built, right? Where is it going? What are the information that you need? For each of the things that you build. And as you can see, right, these are all the public files. You have the pages, the tests, the TSX. So these are all here. So if you are a coder and you understand all of these things, you should be able to update it and really change it as you need to make it a little bit more, if you're more into the technical stuff. So I always say, right, with having a faster ability to create your content, for your landing page, for your business, having the ability as well to do the settings and connect dedicated domain, SEO as well. We're in here. As you can see, this is already enabled. Connect the custom domain. This should have already been connected, but let's just see here. Oh, yeah, I have not yet done that one. So I think I've done that one on the other page that we were doing. So we got your domain, you got your SEO, as you can see, right? So once you toggle the advanced SEO, there's going to be a pre-render page content like improve social media, Facebook. So you just need a little bit more time. And as you can see, one of the key things is that help AI crawl to see your content, which is very important, especially with the world of AI right now, right? Allow search engines to index your site. So a lot of the SEO experts there was really kind of complaining about, how AI is, what are the SEO and all of these things. But I think at the end of the day, right, is really being able to understand, and AI really does grow. Everything that is being built right now in AI is growing. It can change. So you need to be mindful as well. If you need to certain backup, you need to make sure that you're creating all of these other things. So, but I really do think that Highlevel has really given us an opportunity to work faster for a client because of the speed that it creates. And then I can then provide a more strategic marketing campaigns to help them launch what we have been building. And if you haven't been into the Highlevel world yet, I do have a 30 days free trial, which you can actually also use to try it for the next 30 days. There, I also have a link wherein if you would love to be a certified admin of Highlevel, wherein the fundamental is there. And I think it's one of the best accreditation that I have been through in the world of certification, just for like to be called an expert, or there's a lot, but this is one of the things that really took time for me to sit down. Like any other thing, it was really intentional in getting that certification. So I do have a link in the description down below for a 30-day free trial for Highlevel, and then also the certification link if you want to be a certified admin and be part of that ecosystem. That's going to be so important as well. So let me know what you think about the Highlevel AI Studio, and if ever this is something that you are going to use. All right, guys, thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned on all the other next episode that we are going to share. All right, bye.